Over this past weekend, I saw the Tubi original movie My Husband's Baby, and just going off the title alone, I had the feeling that this movie was going to be complete foolishness. But for those who haven't seen My Husband's Baby yet, allow me to give you a synopsis in my own words. My Husband's Baby follows the story of Mecca and Damien. Mecca and Damien are a married couple that live the life of luxury, but they have a little trouble having kids. Damien is the head coach of a football team, while Mecca is a reality TV star on a bootleg housewives show. Trouble in Paradise begins when Angela pops up out of nowhere and tells Mecca and Damien that she's pregnant with Damien's baby. And unless Damien is God reincarnated, then in Mecca's mind, the only way Angela could have gotten pregnant is if Damien had placed his maker stick in Angela's love pudding. As the movie continues, we as the viewing audience start to uncover the mystery behind Angela's pregnancy, as well as her true motives behind getting pregnant. Now, first things first, there were a few things that I liked about the movie My Husband's Baby. In my opinion, the overall acting performances were pretty solid, given what the actors were told to work with. I was also a fan of the movie's editing and cinematography. But if I had to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 4, and here's why. My biggest issue with My Husband's Baby is the storytelling, mainly from when Angela stepped on the scene. From the moment Angela came into the picture, she was blatantly disrespectful to Mecca and Mecca's marriage. Angela, on one hand, came off as a huge fan of Mecca, but on the other hand, she would rub her pregnancy in Mecca's face and take all sorts of slick shots at Mecca. Now, I know that this is a movie and it's not real. However, if this were a real situation, most women that I know would have snatched Angela up pretty early on, because the antics that Angela used to get under Mecca's skin was a little disrespectful. What surprised me about this movie was that Mecca really never checked Angela. I mean, sure, Mecca let Angela know how she felt about the situation, but Angela kept throwing shots at Mecca until Mecca got up and ran away. And as much as I want to buy this as a story, I simply cannot. But I also had an issue with the way that Damien's character was written. The dude is a millionaire head football coach with a wife that's a star on a reality TV show, which means that at the very least, Damien is a public figure and a role model to thousands if not millions of people. He had absolutely no business hanging out with the football players, going to parties, and getting passed out drunk, because it put him in a situation where he could get taken advantage of by a random person. And while the movie wants us to believe that Damien was taken advantage of while passed out, this never really happened. Nevertheless, had Damien never put himself in the situation, he could have had a clearer head when explaining the whole situation to Mecca. But even after Angela came into the picture, I don't quite understand Damien's 180 towards Angela. Before he even met Angela, he considered her to be a con artist and a nut job. Then after he felt that he might have accidentally cheated with Angela, he allows Angela to move into the house and speak to his wife any kind of way. Furthermore, before realizing the truth about Angela's deception, Damien made it seem like he was open to Angela stealing him away from Mecca. None of this seems realistic in the slightest, and it seemed like Damien was written to be an idiot, which was silly. But my last issue with the storytelling was the side plot involving Mecca's reality TV show, as well as her producer, who was working with Angela to kill Mecca. In my opinion, the side plot was a tad bit over the top and really unnecessary to the story like this. And to know that Mecca's producer was completely fine with killing her and her husband completely subverted my expectations for the movie, but it just felt a little out of place. But outside of those issues, I think that the movie had some issues with pacing and keeping my attention in the certain parts, but otherwise it was a decent movie. Would I see it again? Probably not, but it's not the worst movie that I've seen on Tubi. But this marks the end of my review. If you wish to leave a comment below in the comment section, feel free to leave one and I'll reply to everybody. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.